Guys, listen, we got a few things to talk about here, so let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start with this. As I mentioned, we showed Ray Inside Out for the first time a couple of nights ago. Ann and I wanted to rewatch it anyway before we went to go see Inside Out 2 yesterday, which we did. Now, as of right now, the world seems to be really liking this movie.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 93% critic score with about 170 reviews in, and a 95% audience score. So people seem to be really enjoying. Now, we talked about like some of the first reviews that came out the other day, because the general consensus seemed to be that while this movie, Inside Out 2, may not be quite as good as the original, it was still a big win for Pixar. That seemed to be the general consensus among a lot of the critics, that it's still beautiful and magical and wonderful and funny and warm, maybe not quite as good as the first one. So we went to go see part 2 the other day. And you got to understand, I love the first Inside Out. I love this movie so much. So I went to go see it, sat through the first 30 minutes that we had already seen at CinemaCon this year. So I knew that stuff was coming. I already knew I loved the first 30 minutes. And I am so pleased to say that I think the movie just got better as it went. I mean, unlike Lightyear, where they showed us the first 30 minutes of CinemaCon, the first 30 minutes are amazing, and then it goes all downhill after that. Inside Out 2 manages this ramp up. They somehow found a way to make you feel that warmth and the beauty of life, and they made it funny and engaging. I loved all of the new emotions, including ennui, which I didn't think from the first 30 minutes I was going to like ennui, but I loved ennui. I loved envy. I ended up absolutely loving anxiety. Especially, they do something with anxiety right near the end of the film that just was, to me, like a perfect visual representation of anxiety, while at the same time making you feel really emotional. Anyway, I won't give away what it was, but they just did something great with it near the end. I adored it. And by the way, if you have not seen the movie already, when you go to see it, when there's a scene in Riley's bedroom, look on the wall and you will see a Four Town poster, which is, of course, the boy band from Turning Red. It's official. Inside Out and Turning Red are in the same cinematic universe.
Yeah.
So something to keep your eye on. Anyway, Chris, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I ended up agreeing with the other critics that I didn't think maybe it was quite as good as the first Inside Out, which, by the way, the first Inside Out has a 98%.
So isn't it an Academy Award-winning film?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of kudos.
It's spectacular.
It's a spectacular, nearly perfect movie. But so I like the first one a little bit more, but I adored this film. I thought it was warm and funny and beautiful. And I know they're never going to make a third one. I think I heard somebody at Pixar mention will be it for Inside Out, but when it was done, I just wanted to see more. You know what I mean? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so that you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. When they arrived at our house, my wife Ann loved the feel of them so much, she couldn't even wait for me to get home to put them on our bed. Miracle Made has self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle Sheets also have incredible comfort and quality. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to TryMiracle, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to TryMiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Anyway, you had a chance to go see it. I know you really like the first one.
I do.
Justice for Bing Bong.
Justice for Big Mom Forever. I can't believe you, Ray.
Yeah, Ray did not like Bing Bong so much. But I haven't asked you since you walked in the door. I have not asked you what you thought of this. What did you think of Inside Out 2?
I really liked it. I was so nervous going into this because we talked about this of, Big Mouth already dealt with anxiety in a really effective way. And while I know it's apples and oranges, one is geared towards kind of adults looking back and dealing with the anxiety they're now experiencing.
Right.
This does such a great job of talking about anxiety for kids. And the whole time I just kept thinking, if this movie existed in the 90s, so many people would be so much better adjusted. Yeah. We would have so many less therapy sessions just as a collective. Yeah. It's so well done. It's so well executed. And what this movie does really well, without getting into any spoilers, is what anyone does with a great quote unquote villain is they're not villainous, they're justified. And this does a beautiful job of all emotions have a place, just maybe not a specific time that they need to be operating on all cylinders.
Right.
It's really, really great. And it was so cute to come out of the theater. I saw a 3:00 showing yesterday.
So did we. Yeah.
And it was so nice to see all these families coming out, having all those kids laughing. And there was a mom who was out in the theater afterwards talking to one of her friends about how she was so glad that this was going to be this kind of facilitator to talk about her own anxiety with her kid. And I just got so happy to overhear that. I think people are going to have really great conversations because of this movie. And it's just fun. There's a great little video game reference in here that is so good. Oh, so great.
Which we did see in the first 30 minutes at CinemaCon, which just pays off. There's so many things I want to say, but I can't because these great little bits.
I just want to say this is the one rare instance where everyone in the room has seen the movie. Even Jonathan.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jonathan saw it yesterday too.
I saw the 5:30 showing.
What did you think about it?
I loved it. I mean, honestly, this is on par or maybe even better than the first one for me because the emotions were more complex.
Sure.
And just dealing
and you have 3 girls in your house around that ballpark age range.
Around that
Riley
kind of hover. They're all a little older than that, but still, I've been through it. I've been through it. So
that line of that's a preview of the next 10 years really resonate with you.
Yeah. And it just felt really real. I love the whole taking over and because, you can have anxiety issues. You could have just feelings of man, kind of go to the dark side because you just got to take care of yourself. But that's not going to put you in the best place or the best footing going forward, just even for your own health. So this thing, I just thought it was more complex. The only thing it didn't have compared to the first one was more engaging encounters along their journey.
Yes.
To get to their end goal. They had that safe room. Won't talk about it, but the safe room, and that was about it. And then not a lot of you had Bing Bong, you had that clown, you had other things in the first one.
It felt like emotional D&D.
But you focused, I felt more on the girl this time. So.
Can I ask you guys this question? Okay, so there's a character in the giant safe in this, which we're calling, it was kind of a prison, but the safe room, right?
Yes.
There's a character they encounter that doesn't end up going with them and just says, as they're departing, not yet. Which left me thinking we might come across this character later, and we never did. And that stood out to me.
That is the post-credit.
Is that the post-credit?
That's the post-credit.
See, I didn't stay for the post-credit. I didn't know there was a post-credit.
From what I understand, too, because the lights all came on, and I went, I guess I gotta go. They're cleaning the theater.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get out of here.
Really early, too.
Yeah, they wanted me to get the heck out of there. What I've read is that we don't know why they weren't ready, but somebody else is going to get that information given to them.
Okay. Well, there's that. Anyway, guys, Inside Out 2. We're going to talk a little bit more about it a little bit later in the show about its success. But quality, it's just a banger of a film. I absolutely adored it. It made me feel the way I felt when watching the first one. It's Pixar at its finest. I'm not saying it's the best Pixar film, but it's Pixar representing their finest. You know what I mean? So well done to everybody over there. Great movie. I plan on watching it again. Question is for you guys. Did you have a chance to see Inside Out 2? If so, what did you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.